Hi, my name is Kazim Adegboyega, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to create chatbots using Microsoft Power Virtual Agent. The Microsoft Power Virtual Agent is the new introduction into the Microsoft Power Platform family, and the Power Virtual Agent, also known as the PVA, makes it possible for us to create intelligent chatbots. Now, this chatbot makes it very easy to engage in conversation with customers and even your employees. And you can do all of this without the need to code. So that is what today's video is about. So let's jump right in. So the URL for the Microsoft Power Virtual Agent is www.powervirtualagent.microsoft.com. So it brings you here. So you need to start by either you have an account already or you can try it out for free. So to try it out for free, you will need to have a work account. A work account meaning you cannot use your free email account to set this up. You can use your Gmail account, your Outlook account, your Yahoo account. So it needs to be an organizational, kind of email account. I'm going to sign in right now. Good. So as you can see here, I'm in. And the first thing you will need to do once you're logged into your landing page of the Microsoft Power Virtual Agent is for you to create your bot. So you create your bot by clicking on this link right here. I already have one created, but I'm just going to spin up a new one real quick. So I'll click on new bot. I'll give my bot a name. So how about I create a bot for my website? So eventually, maybe in another video, I'm going to also walk you through how we can tie this bot, how we can connect this bot to a custom website. So my own personal website in this case. So now, after your bot has been created, the best place to start is customizing your greeting. So let's click on customize your greeting. So you have a list of trigger phrases here. That is when people access your bot, the first phrases they are going to issue to your bot will look something like either good morning, good afternoon, hello agent. So you can pre-populate this with some more phrases. You can add additional phrases to this. I can see that there's no hi here. There should be an hi somewhere. Yes, there is. So I think I'm good with this. But the message, so when people type in these phrases, the message that your bot is going to issue out will be this message right here. So I think for me, I'm going to prefer to, customize this to something a little bit more friendly, since I'm going to eventually be using it on my website. So I will have my bot reply as, hi, I am Kazim, virtual agent. I can help you with questions. So let me get this out of the way. Orders and more. I think I'm good with this. So let me have this saved now. And if there is a need, by the way, if you would like to speak with an human agent, let me know at any time. So that's fine. I'm going to save this. Next is topics. Topics. Now, topics are phrases or questions or keywords that a user is likely to type, into your chatbot. Now, it's important to note that the PVA, the Power Virtual Agent, comes with two types of topics. So we have the system topics and we have the user topics. For the system topics, they are topics that you have little or no control over. Yes, there are some modifications we can make to the system topics, as I'm going to be showing you shortly. But we also have the user topics. So the user topics are up to you. So those you can build to your heart content, right? So you have the flexibility of building your own topic, via the user topic. And they can also be based on what is called lessons. So again, a quick recap, there are two types of topics that comes with the PVA. One is the system topic and another is the user topic. So you don't have so much control over the system topics, but you have control over the user topic. So let's take a look at what some of the topic looks like here. You can see the system topics, just the one we edited earlier, the greeting. So it's one of the system topics. So some of the changes you can make to it, let's click on one of it and let's see what we get. So you can see if I need to make some modification to it, I'll click on go to authoring canvas. So I can make some of the modification here. I can add to this, but I really can't make much of a modification to this ones here, but I can change my messages. So let's go back to topics again. And it's also important to note that we also have this link for suggest topics. So we can also suggest topics. So here it gives us the ability to add a website URL. So it's going to crawl through the website and give a list of suggested topics based on the content of the website. So what I'm going to do for this is to use my website URL. So I have a personal website whose URL is www.kazim.com.ng. So I'm going to so let's add this in and start the crawling process. It takes to come up with those list of suggested topics will depend on how big, the content of the website. So this, my personal website, isn't so huge. So I expect it to be done with it soon. So as you can see here, 6 new topic has been added to the list. So I'm going to click on suggested and we see the list of topics here. So you might want to fine tune this to your own, to your heart content so that it fits your own personal description. How about we add those suggested topics to our topics? So I'm just going to add to topics and make modification to them later on. So click on this as well, add to topics, click this, add to topic, online training, add to topic, subscribe, add to topic. Great, so I can come back to topic now, the default one that it came with, so I don't have so much of a need for this ones right now. So I'm going to turn everything off and then choose to turn on the ones that I need. Off, off, turn this one off as well. Now for the topics that I need, I can start to edit them. I can start editing those topics to my heart content. Let's start with Kazim Adegboyega here. So I'm going to click on that topic. I can add more phrases to this. How about we change the name of the topic to something a little bit more meaningful? Who is Kazim Adegboyega? And I can add additional trigger phrase to this to include who is Kazim. Add this, add who is Kazim Adegboyega. How about I had one more with a question mark? Who is Kazim. Yeah, good. Next, if you wish to customize the messages that shows up after the user types in these phrases, then you will need to do that by clicking on Go to Authoring Canvas. So I'll click on that. Oh, sorry, I need to save the topics first. Save the topic, and then you can proceed to the canvas. So as you can see here, I already have a message typed in. So once the user types in any of these trigger phrases, the chatbot pops up this message. How about we also edit this to include something else? Let's have book Kazim. And what we're going to try to do here is to have it hyperlinked, to the page where book Kazim is. So I'm going to quickly copy the URL from my website here, book Kazim. Copy the URL. And to create an hyperlink, we have the link icon here. So I'll click on the hyperlinked icon, and I can have it saved. You don't necessarily need to proceed to end here. I mean, if I need to get rid of this end, so I can delete it from here. So as opposed to using end, I can decide to call an action. I can decide to ask another question. I can decide to go to another topic from here. So even when you're ending conversation, there are two choices. There are two options that we have. We can end with a survey, or we can end by transferring to another agent, say an human agent, for instance. So those are the options, the different options that we have here. So I'll still choose to go with end with survey, and always remember to save the changes made. Good. So our changes has been saved now. So the next thing we need to do, let's come back to topics. So now we need to enable the newly added topics. So as you can see earlier on, I decided to turn off some of this that I don't need. So now that I've created my own new topics, so I can choose to turn on the ones that I want and leave the ones that I don't need turned off. So the way you turn them on is by changing their status, or their statuses from off to on. So I need this one, who is Kazim, to be turned on. My event, I'm going to turn that on as well. My blogs, so in case people have questions around blogging, so the chatbot can respond to that question for them as well. My radio show, I have a radio show, once a week radio show that happened on Lasso Radio. So in case people want to ask questions about the radio show, so I'm going to leave that turned on as well. So once we have this in place, it is now time for us to test out our chatbot. So the way we test it out is by clicking on the test your bot here. Usually by default, the test your bot shows up somewhere around here, but I've decided to hide it. So to make it show up again, I'm going to click, and so you can see it here. So let's start to type. So I'm going to type, how about we say, who is Kazim? And good and good. So you can see the chatbot responding to our question now. And we have this hyperlink here. So if I click on the hyperlink, it will sure take me to that page that I've linked it to. And the chatbot is also asking us a further question. Did this answer your question? So if not, you can rephrase the question. But if you did answer the question, then it can go to close. So if I say yes here, and so good and good, so great. So you can see we said it should close out with a survey. So you can try to take this survey. Is it good? Is it poor? Is it fair? How about we try out one of those system messages, those system topics that we customized earlier. So we have goodbye. So let's see what it tells us if we say goodbye. Goodbye. Yes, thanks for chatting with me. Bye. Now, after your chatbot has been tested okay, it is now time for you to publish your chatbot. So you publish the chatbot by clicking on the publish icon here, and you hit publish. I'm going to click publish. Good. So this is how we create a simple chatbot using the Microsoft Power Virtual Agent, people. The next thing that I'm going to do in the video coming up is to show you how we can integrate this chatbots that we built now, how we can plug it into, say, a custom website. I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be showing you also how we can plug a chatbot into my own personal website. So I have my own personal website here. So it would be nice if we can have the chatbot shows up on my website, where the chatbot can help respond to questions that users visitors of the website might have. So as opposed to having to click around, click their way around all these different navigation pages that I have on the website, it's a lot easier if they can converse, if they can chat up the chatbot and have the chatbot take them to the appropriate pages on the website. So I'll show that to you in the next video. So I hope this has been informative, and thank you very much for viewing.